Okay, so hello everybody. Today we'll be talking about all the books I've read in May. The 10 books I read in May, to be more specific. Okay, so we started the month off finishing the Powerless trilogy with my reread of Reckless and then my first read of Joyless. Okay, if that's not a strong start to the month, I don't know what is. I just like, oh. Okay, so I gave Reckless a 4 stars and Fearless a 5 stars. My like second 5-star of the read or something. 5-star of the year. I just love Peyton. Don't even get me started on Kai, but like Peyton as a female main character, like she was just so real. Or the most real you can be in a fantasy world. And so was Kai. Like, they were good people in hard circumstances and they still made the right choices. And don't even get me started on all like the plot twists that happened in Fearless. Like, girl, what do you mean? Sir, what do you mean? Excuse me. And Reckless was a bit slow, admittedly. It was my second time reading it, which might have contributed to that fact, but okay, so let's just do a general summary, shall we? So, the Powerless trilogy, and well, Powerful, the novella that you should read after Powerless, by Lauren Roberts herself. It follows Hayden, an ordinary in a city of elite, and if you're found to be an ordinary, you are executed. And the main male character is the prince, as well as the enforcer who goes around killing the ordinaries. If that isn't enemies to lovers, I don't know what is. And oh my god, the thing that really set Lauren Roberts apart from me was the way she wrote. Like sentences that usually should have been like ordinary, run of the mill. Stuff like, oh, I woke up in the morning. No, she had to take that a step further. And some of the sentences she wrote, she was just like, wow, I never saw it this way. Like philosophy stuff that she wrote in there. I don't really know how else to explain it. Like the big, oh my god moments. Like, she just wrote them differently. Like it's something you've heard before, something you've seen before in every moment to see, but she writes it slightly differently and in a more interesting way. She like that slight difference is like, it just makes it so much better. And Fearless, I know it's not the most amazing piece of literature ever, but it gave me that 5-star feeling and it made me so attached to the characters. I don't know how many times I cried reading that book. Like, that's my measure of an amazing book, because sure, you can have amazing writing, but what's the point if I don't care? What's the point if I DNF the book halfway through? Yeah, that's enough of that. That isn't though. Okay, I could talk about these books for literal years. And now I'm gonna read my favorite quotes. Okay, so Reckless, my favorite quote was, are you okay? I always find a way to be. No, because that's so true. That is so true. Like, when you ask someone in everyday life, like, are you okay? And they're just like, oh yeah, I'm totally okay. No one's okay. No one's okay. No one's fucking okay, guys. Okay, and then my favorite quote for Fearless. We are those we loved. If you've read Fearless, you know. You fucking know. Oh my god. It's the way that's in past tense. I'm just gonna go cry in a corner real bit. I'll be right back. The third book of the month, Make Me, by Alina May. This was like really recently published, like the 11th of February this year. And I don't really know the order of the series, but it's so there's like this series and it's shocking, right? Anyway, okay. So one author I think is gonna write 3 books. Alexandra St. Pierre, and she's already published the first book, which is The Mercenary and the Mortician, which I also read, but I read it last. There's that, and then Make Me by Alina May is, I feel like, just like an additional book, but it's in the same world with the same characters, but it's by a different author. I don't think she's gonna write any more in this world, but don't take my word on that. And this one was an yeah. Okay. Okay. Dark romance. Okay. So 2 of the guys are serial killers. One of them was former police. I'm just seeing what I wrote in my little review, and it says, okay, follows Logan and Ronan as they kill pedos. Okay, so yeah, so 2 of them go around killing pedophiles, and then Logan thinks Ronan is like stealing his kills, so he kidnaps Ronan. Ronan is the former police officer. We love all of them, but like Ronan was my favorite. And and then eventually they also kidnap Dakota, who was the detective investigating their case when he stumbles upon them killing someone. Yeah. So then they kidnap Dakota because obviously like they can't have anyone knowing, you know? Okay, they're just so cute. They're all so cute, and like such bad things have happened to them, and I'm just like, guys, can we just like have some peace and quiet and joy? And they finally found each other, and now they're all happy. And oh, well, after like they kill the rest of the pedos, but the book was so short, so fucking short. It was only like 350 pages, and like, okay, so the Mercenary Optician, 700 pages for 2 people, 300 pages for 3 people. I needed more, guys. I needed fucking more. And they just all so supportive, and just like, they're just so cute together, and I'm like, oh my god, they're just so cute together, and I love them, and oh god. And it was so cool seeing like what happened in The Mercenary and the Mortician from Make Me's perspective, the characters Make Me's perspective. And it's the way people from the other book, because like the Mercenary and the Mortician was an MM, so like they were all just like, oh my god, they're so hot. I loved it. Okay, my favorite quote was, maybe it's not the heroes who save the world at all, maybe it's the villains. Okay, because like a theme of like a quote that's been like all the books I've been reading recently is heroes are just villains with a better disguise. Oh, and I love it. Oh my god, this is great. It's great shit, I must say. Okay, so we loved that. We rated it a 4.5 stars. Basically every read is a 4 stars or higher, so oh no, okay, no, first 3.5 star rated month. The Way We Hate by Micah Lauren. Guess what it is? Dark romance. Consider the theme, you know, just a little one, just a little slight theme. This follows Brody and Evan, and Brody, doctor. Brody is a doctor. Matcha latte, we love that for us. Okay. Like, whenever you see this, it's my cat. Brody doctor. And he's just like perfectionist to like a neurotic degree of perfectionist. Like, when Evan first walks into his house, like he sees that like it's spotless and like it looks like no one lives there. Like that's what he says. And then Evan is like the druggy musician, and I'm like, so they're stepbrothers, and they've had like this tension going on 10 years, and they're finally given in this book, and I'm like, okay, it was really nice, but I think I rated it 3.5 because I got really annoyed at Brody. You know what? I rated 5s. So I'm not going to give you a concrete reason because I don't remember. Because I finished this not that long ago. But I wrote here that I just couldn't stop thinking about them. So, well, I obviously stopped thinking about them. Yeah. It was pretty spicy though. I think it was just like both of them trying to figure out if the other person likes them or not. And I think Urban is openly bi or gay, but Brody isn't. But like he comes out as gay, I think. So like gay awakening. Not sure. Oh my god, but there's this one person that really pissed me off. Like one of Brody's co-workers, they like blackmailed him. And then everyone's just like, oh my god, ew, you're making out with your brother? You're in a relationship with your brother and that stepbrother. Stepbrother guys, they're not related. They're not related actually. So yeah. And they met when they were like 16 or something, so it's like not gross at all. Okay, next. I read the first 2 books in the library trilogy. So that was The Book That Wouldn't Burn and The Book That Broke the World. I rated The Book That Wouldn't Burn 4.75 stars and The Book That Broke the World 4 stars. So this was like really heavy tinkling of romance, but like really heavy thinking, philosophy. The main female character, so smart, so fucking smart, so smart. And the whole trilogy, not that I read the last book, but I'm assuming the whole trilogy follows like the war of the library, like library philosophies. Like, so there's this library, an endless library with an endless amount of chamber, endless amount of books that has been fought over centuries, where different races, so the humans, the canine, there are these also like little furry people, and like these like insectoid things, I forgot the names, like they all fight over the library. So it gets to the point where like people are asking, do we destroy the library and start from the beginning, or do we use the knowledge of the library to end this, what they call like the fire point, where they destroy everything around them and start all over again and fight for the library all over again and all over again. And it's just this massive cycle. So okay, the main female character starts off as like, I can't really say anything because it's like a spoiler unless it's on the back of the book, but like that's so far away. Okay, so she was like out in the dust, which is like, you know, let's say like rural farmer sort of thing. And then she gets attacked by the canine and brought back to the city because she was orphaned, and becomes a librarian, or like a librarian apprentice. And we see her just like, she's a rule making queen. Like, you tell her a rule, she'll debate why it shouldn't be a thing, and then she'll go break it. Yeah, we love Lavera. We love Lavera. And the name is so gorgeous. And it's like she's named after, she can't remember her real name, but Lavera is like the name of a plant. When you give it a little bit of water, it sprouts everywhere and takes over everything. And yeah, we love Lavera actually. And then Eva, the main male character, was trapped in like a mechanism, which is like every book girlie's dream, really. Of anybody who reads books dream. So you go in with a book and it brings the world to life around you. He gets trapped in one of those, as well as his other siblings. There's 5 of them in total, I think, for 10 years each, and then they all get spit out. But they're from different time periods, but it felt like a decade in there. They all get spit out and they become masters of the book that they were trapped in. One of them was trapped in a book about psychology, one of them warfare, assassinations, history, and then Eva was trapped, but he can't remember anything about his book. But they're all trapped in a chamber of the library, the endless library. So, and they've been trapped in there for 10 more years, I think. And then Eva's trying to find his way out. And that's like the start of that book. And then I can't really tell you anything about the second book. Besides that, I rated it 4 stars because it was a bit slower. where everyone was just trying to like find each other again and like get on the same page. And like everyone was just information gathering pretty much, like what the fuck is going on, who's on whose side, what are the sides, what are we fighting for, that sort of thing. And there were like a lot of new relationships besides the main male characters that were blooming between the races in the second book, and it was just so good. Okay, let's try to read the first quote. It's very long. My quote of the first book. The histories were dry, the fiction as if someone had pulled a still-beating heart from its cage of ribs and left it pulsing crimson on the page. Somehow the stories that never happened, ones that merely sprang from the dreaming of some long-dead author, were more true than the histories that might be found on the opposite shelf. I love that. That like solidifies why fiction is better than non-fiction. Okay, and then my quote of the second book, no spoilers, is she leaned against him, not needing his strength or his support, but enjoying it even so. That's just so cute, guys. So cute. And I haven't started the third book yet because I need a little break, because it's a lot, like a lot of brain power, and I like to describe it as like every word, every sentence is a puzzle you need to solve. So just finally, I need a little bit of break, okay? Oh my god. This next book, Don't Let the Forest In. Vibes. Pure fucking vibes. And I was scared. I was so scared. Okay, so I don't really know how to say this without spoiling anything, but we'll just start on vibes, okay? So it is these two boys at a boarding school. One boy and a boy and his twin sister at a boarding school in the middle of the woods. It's an old gothic mansion, and the boys love going into the forest, the forbidden forest, where someone died last year. But they love going into the forest, and they're just free spirits, and society like really shuns them and it's just so mean to them. And at the start of the school year, the boys, he doesn't have a twin sister, his parents both died, and he's like the suspected murderer. Like anyway, so they both go into the forest, and then monsters start appearing. From the tales, Andrew, which is the one with the twin sister, writes, Thomas draws them as pictures, and these creatures start coming to life, and they have to fight them in order to save everyone else. And it was just so good. So good. I loved it. Like, you have no idea what's going. Just like, okay, is this happening or is this happening? Because the main character is an unreliable narrator. And oh my god, I loved it. I loved it. The vibes and the way I was scared when I finished it. Like, I think I finished it at like 1 o'clock and I was scared because it's so vivid and so dark, and they're like little stories that the main character wrote, and it's just it's really good. It's really good. And like, this is the cover. Like, guys, look at this art. We love. Wait, I'll try to find them, because they have pictures in here too, I think, of like the monsters they're fighting. Oh my god, the dedication is literally for the monsters in your head. But yeah, like, he writes little stories throughout it. So like, this is the sort of shit they're fighting. And they show you like the pages, and they're like fucking creepy, man. Like, imagine fighting those things alone in the forest with just a pickaxe with your best mate. And I'm like, okay. But they feel like they have to fight it alone because they made it. They made them. Oh my god, it's great. It's great. I loved it. I rated it 4.25 stars. And it was like a little bit of LGBT, but not really. There was like one kiss. I know, devastating. Okay. And then my quote for Don't Let the Forest In was, it didn't matter if what hurt him was an invisible weight inside his head or something that left real bruises against his skin. His pain was real. That that, because it's not only, like, obviously this is really extreme, but like it's not only physical abuse that matters and it leaves pain on people. Like, if it's in your head and it feels real, it is real. I started a new series, Alabaster Penitentiary. So there are currently 4 books out, but it's a 6-book series. They're just over here, actually. Let's turn it around. So these are the, well, I read this one in June, so I won't be talking about that, but these 3 I read in May. And so that was Distorted, Joyless, and Brainwashed, and I loved it. So it's a prisoner series, and I was like, okay, so Alabaster Penitentiary is like this secluded prison on an island. The conditions are horrible. Inmates literally have nothing, absolutely nothing, because it is an off-the-grid prison. Everyone who's there has been killed by police in the outside world. So like everyone in there, everyone in the real world thinks they're dead. So yeah, that's great. And they literally have to earn toothbrushes, and I'm like, very spicy, very dark. And okay, so let's give a little premise of the main books. So Distorted, I rated, did not read that actually, 3.75 stars. And okay, so the main character, Dash, Dashka, because he's like Russian, and oh my god, I love him, oh my god, I love him, oh my god, I miss him so much, actually. I really, he missed the world. Okay, so let's go here. And then, because there's only one girl on the whole island, and she's one of the guards. She's about us, we love her, she's the next book, but anyway, Distorted, first book. Okay, I'm not going to be saying any spoilers because there's really big stuff in here. Like, the author asks you not to spoil anything because there's a really big plot twist at the end, and if you know the plot twist, it ruins the whole book for you. So Dash, we love Dash. He is prisoner 101, gets shipped off to the island after a bank robbing gone bad, and that's like his job. He robs banks, but like this one went bad, and he got arrested. People thought he was killed, and he got shipped off to Alabaster Penitentiary, and you see it through his eyes, and he is a little mentally disturbed. But like, the thing I hate about this book, and there was a fix me moment, like, I can fix Dash, was what the other main male character said, and I'm just like, because the other main male character was a prison guard, and I'm just like, girl, he doesn't need fixing, he's fine as he is. Like, I know there are different circumstances and everything, and if you need help, that's fine. If you want to change, good for you, but he didn't need fixing. He was fine. He wasn't hurting anyone. But like, I'm not going to say anything else. Okay. 3.75 stars, and that's like my one pet peeve about this book, because he needed to be fixed. That really triggered me. And yeah, that's why it had such a low rating, but I loved it besides that. I loved like the first half of the book. Okay, here's my quote. Even the distorted can be beautiful when you really look at it. I don't care what he did, because no one is innocent. Okay, and Joyless, the second book in Alabaster Penitentiary, MMF, which was, okay, so this is like a guard romance. So one of the main male characters is the leader of the guards, the second is the newbie guard, and the female is like the second in command sort of guard, and the only female on the island. She's about us, we love her. Do not mess with Joy, she will be coming for you. 4 stars. And she says it's a palate cleanser. She describes this book as a palate cleanser. In my opinion, it was not. I was crying when I was like, girl, what do you mean? Girl, what do you mean? The emotional trauma of these people. Like, and you find out, like, the guards are just messed up as most of the prisoners. Like, I loved these 3 together. And they were just, like, perfect together. Together. Not together, they were a fucking hot mess, but together, they were perfect. And once again, very, very fucking spicy, like 4.5, 5-star spice rating, like. My quote, but we love Joy. We love Joy, and Brooke is like such a cute, no, Brooke and Valley, don't know if that's like Val, two sides of the same coin. Like Valley was tough to everyone else, but like such a cutie pie when he was just with these two lovers. But then Brooke was like such a cutie pie with everyone else, but like it's so dark when he was just with these two lovers, and I was like, I'm in love. I'm actually in love. And Joy, she's just like unashamedly like, you two do your thing. I'm just gonna sit here and watch. We love Joy. No, because we love Joy. She is like truly for the girls. Like Valley and Joy, openly pansexual, and Rook is like coming out as bisexual in this book. Brainwashed, the third book. I really love this one. This was after Fragmented, which I read this month, so I mean in June, so I won't be saying anything about it. I think I'm gonna push it down to a 4.25 stars, just because I like Fragmented better, but that's not anything against Brainwash. Like, fucking hell. So Brainwash, my favourite character by far, Darcy. Darcy, serial killer that he is. He's killed 36, 37 people by the end of this book. Let's fucking go. Like, honestly, let's fucking go. So it's kind of giving serial killer documentary, because the other main male character, psychiatrist and serial killer. Actually, shut up. So it's just like Darcy like recounting his crimes, and then them both slowly falling in love with each other, and I'm just like, actually shut up. No, because it was so cute. Like through all the POVs, you see like Darcy gives the new names are cute, like because like, you know, he has like his little glasses and he can't see without them, and he's like apparently really cute, and then he just goes around killing people, and we love that. And his serial killer name is the Carver, because he carves people's like facial expressions onto people's faces after he kills them. Oh my god, Darcy, I think he might be my favourite character from the whole series. Maybe Ren. Actually, I don't know, you can't ask me to choose actually like that. You can't ask me to choose, but like I love Darcy. He's definitely one of my faves. Oh my god, I keep reading my quotes. Okay, my Joyless quote. Always look out for family first, trust no outsiders, and you're your most valuable asset. I love that. You're your most valuable asset, because it's so true. And I feel like I forget that a lot. And then Brainwash quote. There are people walking around free every day who have done the same things or worse. You're just a human being. We all are. Evil doesn't exist. It's only the reality of the world's chaos. And we just keep spinning. Oh my god. I love Darcy, guys. Help. And there was a scene at the end of the book where like the characters from Brainwash, Joyless, and Distorted, well, and Fragmented, all like come together, and they're just such cute guys, like. And I can't say anything because I need to say it, but I can't say anything because like I don't want to spoil you guys, but it was so cute. It was so cute and I loved it. And I'm so scared about the next book because what happened to Fragmented? Okay, I need to calm down. You gotta wait next month for me to tell you my review, but like okay, queen. I really don't, I just want to keep talking about this, but that's the end of all the books I read in May. Loved them all. We're gonna go back to reading right now because yeah, we gotta go do that. I will see you next time. Bye bye.